The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Compilation of really great actors. I was born to play those parts, and I couldn't fill that spot because it required incredible athleticism, brains, spirit, talent, speed. He had it all. But the best thing is, the first day he came in to read, actually it was at night, and we were at wit's end because we couldn't find anyone. They had taken him off a Piper Cub going to Oakland because he lived in Oakland. Yeah. And he was at that time still playing for Oakland Raiders as a linebacker. So, you know, he's fit. He comes in, he goes, oh, God, this better be good. And like, he was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And I'm going, perfect. Check that. Bad mood. I like it. Big voice.
So far.
He's coming at me.
Yeah.
Then we read, and he's going, oh, my God. If you could get me a real actor, I could perform. That loser, that's Rocky.
He's actually the actor, yeah.
No, and then I stood up and literally took his shirt off and went, oh, my God, am I in trouble? Because I kind of looked like Pooh Bear at the time. I did. And he looked like Adonis. So, yeah. And he banged about 3 shots off my forehead, and I went, hired.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another scintillating episode of What's the Script? With my good pal Chris here. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, this could be better, but let's not get on about my troubles in case the seismic boys give me dog's abuse again for being a mere mortal.
Yeah, you just need to listen to one of the podcasts with Paul on it and you'll get dog's abuse because that's all you hear is dogs fucking barking back. Oh, it's all part of the charm though, and we love it. Nah, that's crap, mate. You've been feeling unwell. I've got a house full of fucking zombified ill people. It's like, as I say, 18th century London in my house now. People walking about with bits falling after them and all that. And welts just exploding.
Oh, you've seen the lepers.
Bring out your dead. But just there, I just put in the wee edit there. I'm going to say it to you as if I've just listened to it. Sylvester Stallone paying tribute to Carl Weathers there about how he came on to Rocky. So this episode was primarily with Carl Weathers passing in mind, because I'd always was going to do Rocky 4, but Rocky 3 is obviously, it's what Carl Weathers said himself. It makes Apollo, it humanises Apollo, doesn't it?
Aye. For me, out of the Rocky franchise, it's my favourite. Primarily because this is the first Rocky film I've seen. So, aye. So, see, right away, into my head, Apollo was a good guy. I didn't know there was 2 films previous where he was the baddie, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Partly you get 50 pence every time he said, I had a tiger, and he retired a millionaire. But we'll get to that, mate. We'll do a bit of housekeeping before we get into it. So a big warm welcome to everybody who maintains that they listen to us, click on us, watches the whole shebang. You can find us on all the platforms, including YouTube, which we're very happy about, mate. Where else can they get us? But
they can get us everywhere. The YouTubes, Spotify's, Apple Pods, Buzzsprout, Deezer. It's anywhere that takes in the podcast community, we'll be there. We'll be there. We're in the hearts of every happy child. We're in the smile of every elderly person. We're there.
We're on the first pishier carpet for a newborn puppy is where we are. Do you know, listen, see, if we were about in the 80s and the 90s, I'm pretty sure you would find us at the bottom of a box of cornflakes and you'd be fucking excited about it. I think that's where you'd find us. A big thank you to... There, shit! Oh, great. That's what he'd say about us, that bastard Tony. Or, as he's called in the Bronx, Anthony. Hey, Ma, where's the gabba go?
Oh, fucking hell.
sorry.
Bad Tony the Tiger and the Mafia.
Tony Soprano, the tiger. Yeah, yeah, great. Yeah. What the fuck? So I've been very unprofessionally forgetting about our title track since we started Series 4. So I'll just give a big shout out to Quaint, who are the band responsible for supplying us with that. And they've been going from strength to strength, mate. Another couple of new releases on Spotify, big gigs on the horizon. They've done an interview with a couple of the big magazines and online stuff as well. So well done, boys.
I was going to say, they've done an interview with a vampire.
Louis, always whining. So that's us, folks. We're glad you've tuned in again. We're a bit, well, Chris is unwell. I've had the shits this morning, but I'm feeling fine about it. So please, wherever you follow us, leave a comment, hit a like, and we'll endeavour to get back to you. But apart from Rocky, mate, and you're 3 weeks off, you swine's bastard, gets a boy that you are. What have you been watching this week since last we spoke?
Oh, I went in a deep, mysterious, weird hole. So I did. Imagine Alice Wonderland stuff. This is where I went. It was just everywhere, right? I watched Sorcerer for some reason. I watched French Connection 2.
Who?
I watched Escape for Precinct 13, the original. I watched The Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman. And then I think I watched what do you call it? Oh, it's just popped Interstellar. I watched that and all. So it's went everywhere.
Aye. Absolutely. No genre off table. You've just been flicking and thought, that'll do me. Look at yourself.
I'll have a bit of that.
That'll do me.
Right.
Excellent, mate. But nothing new, nothing you can recommend to the troops now.
No, because I've been thinking about venturing out to the pictures to go see Argyle and stuff, but then I was like, it's no catching me. Then the same with the Bob Marley film, it's kind of no caught me. So, and I wasn't interested in Madam Web at all. It's just no for me already. So I've just seen what I've done.
Aye, you've hit a nail on that. I was going to mention that. What have I watched this week? Still on Star Trek Voyager, because there's about 3 million episodes a series. So I'm still on that. I've took a great delight in watching people shoeing horses on TikTok. It's just fascinating. And it led me on to the guy in America that goes from ranch to ranch and does the cattle. Okay, this cattle's got a real sore hoof here. We're going to get that up in the stirrup. We're going to shave a bit off. What we find here is the biggest stone you've ever seen in your life. Now, that's obviously got to be giving old Betsy here some kind of trauma, but we're going to heal right on up there. And I'm like, sitting there, slapping. What are you going to do? How are you going to help the poor thing? Is that going to be a beef burger? Or are you going to make it eat grass again? Do you know what I mean? It's great.
It's so mental. See the fact that we're Mad City dwellers. I mean, because I would sit and watch that as well, going, that's fucking interesting. That, know what I mean?
Do you think I was on TikTok with 10,000 followers a couple of years ago? There was a fucking idiot on there chased us. Well, never chased me off it, but I just came off it. All these people are on this platform looking for local drama. Fuck that. I want to see guys that can make something new, a macaroni, or shoe a horse, or take apart an engine and make it into a lamp. You know what I mean? That's shit I'm into.
Wait, there's something, again, what we were talking about, it's something so satisfying. CDB guys that just build like wee hussies in the middle of nowhere, just out of clay. CDB guys. Oh.
Aye, with like moats and swimming pools and all that. And he's got one tool. Get one tool and no shoes. He just looked about and thought, I'm building that mansion. I don't care. I'm not going to work. I'm building that mansion. I've always said about Brenda, make me pieces. I'm off. He's away, fucking doing it. That's amazing.
My Brenda sitting in a mansion like that. I wonder where Peter goes, John, all day, every day.
Oh, so good, man. So if you're on these platforms, man, go outside your comfort zone. You don't need to see what Agnes is doing down the street and who she's fighting with and what Billy the Hoose fucking estate agents wanting to box with wee Malky, the food experts for fucking Des Moines, you know what I mean? Fuck that shit. Anyway, so there we go. That's the what's the script life lesson for this week. Shout outs obviously go to our homeboys at Seismic. Special mentions for Diabolical, Chatsnami, Wreckfast Club, and a whole host of others that we listen to on the weekly. Thank you for your support. We'll continue to give ours. And this week, as we've already mentioned, mate, it was my pick, Rocky 3. Again, I knew it was 1982, but I was still surprised it's 1982. You?
Aye. I think it's testament to these films that they don't seem that old. They're still relevant, sort of thing. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's the way to kind of look at it. But you're right, because the fact that there's two previous to this, it's
amazing. It's a third in a franchise at a time where probably the only franchise that I can think of back then, that early, would be The Godfather, having a trilogy. Maybe Superman 2 was coming out at that time, but sequels and trilogies not that just one a thing, weren't they? No?
Yeah. When was Star Wars coming out?
Aye, Star Wars. All right, make me a fucking liar, mate. That's right. That's right.
hey, we gotta be honest with the people.
Aye, but you're right. It just Rocky seems a lot more current than all them we've just mentioned. Interested to ask you. You said this was the first Rocky you'd seen. So when you went back and watched Rocky 1 and 2, were you kind of fuck? This is a million years ago.
Aye, well, because especially if you go back and you watch the first Rocky, it's a lot more. It just seems like a dirtier film. Know what I mean? See it less polished, sort of thing. But it was like a kind of shock. What was more shocking to me was the fact that Apollo Creed was the baddie, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Because I like this film because you get Mary Apollo Creed. Because let's see, for years I always wanted like an Apollo Creed film, like a prequel. That's how I near shat the bed when fucking Creed was coming out. Then I found out it was his boy. I was like, you've ruined it for everybody there.
Aye. I was hoping Carol would made a appearance or something. He couldn't, obviously, because he dies in Rocky 4, which was shite. But aye, I thought maybe they went back to late 60s, early 70s to see his story, his rise to the championship belt or something. That would maybe been something today. But for all those who haven't seen this film, a quick synopsis is that Rocky, now the reigning world champion, accepts a title challenge from number one ranked challenger Clubber Lang, played by Mr. T. But he loses the match and the belt. He also ends up losing his credibility, his heart, and his father figure in trainer Micky, and has to fight to get it all back with the help of an old enemy. Who could that be? One wonders.
Oh, by the way, like I said to you the other night there, see the money this film made back is next
Tell
level.
People, mate. Tell the people.
Well, they made this for what, $17 million?
Aye.
And it took in what, 125 million.
That was USA. Worldwide, mate, it was 270 for 17 million.
I mean,
absolutely.
You can see why it went. I might make another one of these.
Exactly, because that is part of the trivia in this. That this was meant to be the last of a trilogy, wasn't it?
Aye, because it's like apparently there was all these interviews that Stallone was doing, and he even said, "If I stick to my guns, Rocky will die at the end of it." And I'm like, oh no, you can't kill Rocky in the ring there.
No.
Oh.
Just do it to your new best pal in the next one. That'll keep it going, you know what I mean?
See, that's again, I think that's what makes this film great as well. Because don't get me wrong, the first two are good because it's about this guy's desire to succeed and it's the underdog story and all that. But see this, it's kind of like a revenge film. You know what I mean? And that's what I think helps the fourth film as well. This, oh, you bastard. You're responsible. I'll get you back.
Definitely. I mean, we'll cover it as we go through this, but the story arcs in this movie are brilliant with so many different characters. They're absolutely great. Obviously, the biggest one being Rocky and his self-discovery of what he thought he had, but he lost and he gets it back, blah, blah, blah. It's amazing, mate. And as we said off camera, some of the dialogue that previously kind of went under my radar a wee bit. I always knew they were good scenes and stuff, but when you read them off a script, you're like, fucking want to go out the box, cunts and that. So it was released in 22nd of July 1982 in the UK. I was 4-year-old, man. My dad was probably shadow boxing in front of the telly watching it, you know what I mean? Written, directed, starring Sylvester Stallone, the man, as Rocky, Carol Withers, God rest him, as Big Apollo, Mr. T as Clubber Lang, Hulk Hogan as wrestler Thunder Lips, Talia Shire, the best actress on the planet Earth, with a skirt, as Adrien Balboa. Wee Burt Young as Paulie, Burgess Meredith as Micky Goldmill, and Tony Burton as Duke, who rarely gets a mention into Wee Duke, man, but I like Duke, especially the next one. He's fucking smashing. Clubber Lang, mate, right? I was absolutely staggered to read how many people auditioned for that part.
Aye. 1,200 or something.
Aye. What a queue that must have been that day.
It's fucking. I guess I say that it is mental because there was apparently a boxer. I can't mind his name, but he auditioned for the part as well because Stallone thought he was good enough to fight a real boxer, and like in the first couple of practice fights, like fucked him up sort of thing. And he was like, "Oh no, mate, you'll know day." Oh no,
that's right. He said,
I'm only a wee boy.
Stallone just says to me, "Hit me, don't hold back." So I punched him in the chest. He went down. He says his entourage took him out with a coat on his back like James Brown. He took a wee look and he shooted at me. And that was the last I ever seen him. Aye, fuck that there, son. Made an arse of that.
Ernie Shavers. That's what it was. Ernie Shavers. That was a
Ernie
guy's name.
Shavers. That was a close cut thing, that. Ernie Shavers.
Yeah.
Get it?
Close shave.
Close cut thing. Well, Mr. T obviously eventually got it, mate. And I couldn't believe it, man, when you told me it was nominated for what was it, a Razzie?
Razzie for the worst newcomer. And again, mate, it's the whole thing. See, every time I read something for a critic now, I'm just like, you're a wank. Like, Mr. T in this, right? He's supposed to be like a big brute, a fucking an imposing character. He's supposed to be the bad. You're supposed to know like him.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the guy's done his job perfectly. Mm-hmm. Because see, technically, see if Micky didn't die in this, you couldn't really have a problem with like the Clubber Lang character. Because
absolutely not.
He's came up through the ranks, trained himself, done the work. The champion has been ducking him for his chance at the title, and when he eventually gets it, it's the Rocky story from a different perspective. You know what I mean?
Definitely. See, for me, right, mate, the one big plot hole in this is that Rocky seems surprised about him. Who's this guy? It's as if Mickey's been able to stop him watching the telly or being asked questions about the guy. When Rocky tells you himself, by the time he challenges him, Clubber Lang's ranked #1 in the world, even though Rocky's got the belt. Clubber Lang's #1 in the world. He's the best fucking boxer. So for him to be surprised by his appearance and he's wanting to fight and all that, that was a one gripe I've got about this movie. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. But the whole Mr. T being nominated for a Razzie just did not make sense to me one bit. Because, like I say, he done his job. Aye. Know what I mean? So what you said later, Hulk Hogan's acting in it. It was Mr. T. It was the fucking Razzie nomination. Know what I mean?
That's what I mean. This guy's that's nominated him has watched the same movie as us, and with Mr. T, Hulk Hogan in it. And you see more of Hulk Hogan before you see Mr. T's acting in this movie. I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just a dick with a pen at that time. So, mate, the way it starts, obviously, for the end of the second one, that's all fine. But then it just bursts into score, man, the fucking score, Eye of the Tiger. And you see this brilliant montage of Rocky defending his belt with snippets of Clubber. And I think that's great. For the duration of the song, it's amazing, man.
Aye, superb, mate. It's, again, Eye of the Tiger. I associate that with the Rocky films. And aye. Hello, can you see me now?
Right.
But it's the whole. I always associated that with the Rocky films, and it wasn't until the third. Know what I mean? That did you hear it? Know what I mean? So it's like, how big was this film? That you see automatically when you think Rocky, you think Eye of the Tiger. Know what I mean?
Exactly, mate. And apparently it was written, well, in Rocky 2, he gets a leather jacket. There's got a big tiger in the back of it. His favourite animal's a tiger. He goes to the zoo with fucking Adrien fucking Oscar winner. And he loves the tiger and all that. So Survivor went out and wrote that for it. Even though Rocky had already green-lighted the best. You're the best around. No one gonna get. But then as soon as he heard Eye of the Tiger, he says, yeah, no, I'm taking that. And fucking the best ended up Karate Kid, man.
Oh, superb, man. Aye,
Brilliant.
aye, what a tune. Know what I mean? So as soon as you see just the opening to that, it's just, you're right, see that the whole montage of like Rocky becoming the champ and all that stuff. It's because again, like I said to you, I think I like this film better than some of the others. Don't get me wrong, I like fourth as well because it's more the unbelievableness. Yeah, know what I mean? It's more like superhero kind of thing. Know what I mean? For lack of a
It's the
better term.
most 1985 movie you could have made about boxing in 1985. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
East versus West, Russia, America. Oh, how do we show our fucking hate for the bastards? Oh, we'll put gloves on them. And then at the end, we'll be the good guy and give you a message. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It's smashing.
But it's just, it's the fact that I think this film is more boxing orientated.
Very
And
much
you're
so.
seeing that. You see the Rocky rise, obviously the Clubber Lang rise and all that stuff. And because I thought it was interesting as well that like showing you like Rocky losing that hunger, being the up-and-comer sort of thing. Because effectively he becomes Apollo Creed for the first film. You know what I mean? And I thought it was interesting just the way they done that he just took his eye off the ball. He wasn't watching all this. He was doing commercials. He's the big celebrity figure. Know what I mean? Just thought it was brilliant.
You're right, because I forgot, actually, should I mention that in that 3 minutes? Shows you him defending his title, shows you Lang knocking everybody out, And it also shows you, like you say, him being on like the Muppets, Celebrity Squares, telethons, and oh, it's Rocky Balboa, and all the smiling and posing and all that. And you're like, you've lost your shit there, son. And Mickey, rest of Santa Claus and all that. And the money, it shows you the money in the cars, Maserati, Porsches, DeLorean, Rolex. Mental.
Aye. I like it because it was interesting just to see it for that perspective. Know what I mean? Because it's just like, because like, see if it was still the same Rocky for the first Rocky film, then the Clubber Lang thing just doesn't happen. Know what I mean? So I think it. Plus, obviously, we've watched the Sly documentary now, and well, what I know is that when Sylvester Stallone was writing these films, these were like for different points in his life. Know what I mean? And that's where the whole risk, like, he was out there, he was getting everything and all that, and then there was self doubt and stuff. Know what I mean? Was he still the guy he was? Getting all this attention, taking his eye off the ball where it was important, because out with the Rocky films, he was in a lot of shit.
Aye, that's it. And he did say that. He said this transition for Rocky is as much about his transition into the public eye as anything else, because he went for being able to go to the shops to coming out his house and having 15 paparazzi waiting on him. So he just realised then and there his life wasn't his own anymore. Do you know what I mean? And he could relay that into Rocky. But brilliant, mate, absolutely brilliant. Carol Weathers doesn't come into the film maybe about halfway. Well, he's at the first Clubber Lang fight, and so he's kept back for it until that bit. But it is, he said himself, Carol Weathers, that is his favourite film, just like we said, because it humanises Apollo, doesn't it?
Aye, because like I says, the first two films, he just came across as this arrogant asshole sort of thing and all that. And like I says, I seen this one first, so I just had it in my head. Oh, he was a good guy, blah 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 blah. Know what I mean? That's how it was like. That's how I always wanted the Apollo Creed like prequel film. Like, if that is the way he was off the ring, so to speak, that was in normal life, the way you get him in this film. Like, he's a decent guy who wants to help you out and all this stuff, know what I mean? But he's still got his kind of character about him. How do you get that? And then you get the Apollo Creed in the first film, know what I mean? So
could have showed him having an affair with fucking Bill Crosby's missus in the Crosby Show and having a Adonis, no? Claire Huxtable.
Fucking hell, man.
The other big character in this, obviously, we're quite quick, aren't we, getting into the charity match, the wrestling match, and everybody, Micky included, saying, yeah, if you're nut, what you doing this for, look at the size of the guy, blah, blah. And it's Hulk Hogan. By the time I'd seen this movie, I fucking knew who Hulk Hogan was, man. But it was an unknown at the time, apparently. And it cost him his jotters, didn't it?
Right. I get sacked to WWF for taking this role. But I think, obviously, Vince McMahon, who's a very naughty boy at the moment, is a.
I've just seen that this morning. So I need to read up on that, so I can't comment on it.
If it's all true, that fucking boy needs put down. I'm telling you.
I'll read up on that later.
Right. But aye. He lost his job and all that in the WWF. But I think then the scene sense that this projected them further into the stratosphere sort of thing. But I remember being younger, right? And seeing like Hulk Hogan films. And I'm just wondering if this is what kicked it off. Because there's always one I remember. I can't remember. It might have been called something Commando or something, but I'm sure he fights a big alien at the end. And it's like a wrestling fight, mate. I need to go find it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I hope you've dreamt it, because I don't want to know about it. I've seen him in Mr. Nanny, and that's it. if he was ever linked with anything else again, I would never watch it. See the thing about ruined and all, Mr. Nanny, right? He's not an actor, right? So you can't decry the guy. He's a sports star that's been given billions of pounds to stand in front of a camera and read off a script. Fair enough, good luck to him. See Mr. Nanny, the bad guys that come. One of them's Undertaker. And obviously, in the wrestling world, Undertaker never ever spoke. But they dub his voice at the end of it to a wee squeaky voice, the Undertaker, and I'm like, I'm off. It was a horrible, horrible movie, man.
Oh, mate. The Hulk Hogan film I'm talking about is Urban Commando. And he's an alien. I think he's an alien himself, and he crashes on Earth. And these two bad bastards that are after him are bounty hunters. And I'm positive one of them's a fucking big alien thing.
Yeah, that's the Undertaker I'm thinking then.
No, maybe, mate. It's fucking nuts, man. Oh, but aye, it's bar this. This is the only thing I can remember Hulk Hogan being in. Apart from, in fact, no, was he no? He was in a Daft parody film, was he no?
I don't know.
There was like
I
an
don't
old
lie, I
woman.
know.
He's fighting somebody and he gets that down, and then the next thing this old woman tears her t-shirt off, and she goes in and battles this big brute guy.
Jesus wept, man. Aye, well, he had his shot. Don't get me wrong, the Rock and John Cena have took it to another level now, haven't they, I suppose, but you've got to imagine these, and Batista, you've got to imagine these wrestlers are in acting classes anyway for the role they play in the WWF, because it is scripted, as we know. But anyway, we digress. What's some of your... What?
Gremlins 2. That's what it was. It was in Gremlins 2.
I don't mind that at all.
Aye, because he tears his t-shirt off and he's got a head with a wee gremlin.
No, you mention it. No, you mention it. I'll need to maybe procure that film for later and watch it again. I can just... I bet pictures to see that, man. It was one of the best sequels ever, actually. Gremlins 2. Especially the wee guy starts singing New York, New York. Fucking brilliant. But what is some of your favourite bits in the movie, mate? What's your favourite scenes?
Well, it's definitely... See when he's training with Apollo Creed and it all just starts clicking together. See that bit they're in front of the mirror and they're just in sequence together? Mate, I think it's so good, man. See just
the two legs in sync and back forward. That's so good,
mate, it's brilliant, man. It's just, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of good bits in it, but just see when all the training just comes together, where you're just like, yes, fucking Rocky's back. And then obviously you get that. I laugh at it, but it's also good as well. Let's see that bit. Obviously, Rocky beats Apollo in a foot race on the beach, but then they just start frolicking in the water. It's stupid but funny, but you're like, I get it, lads, I get it.
It always reminds me of that. I think it's George Bowie that done the prank calls, and he phones the gym. He says his name's Rab Corbett. I want to do a bit of the boxing. I want to knock you out and all that. What are you talking about? I know what you're like with your shiny shorts and your Vaseline. And that just reminds me of shiny shorts and Vaseline for some reason. When they first start training on the beach, Apollo's looks as if he's going to try out for the Let's Get Physical Olivia Newton-John video with this titty top on, man.
Mate, that's what I was going to get at and all. What is the point in that garment? It's just... I'd see the material it's made out of as well. It's like thick wool. Like,
yeah. And
so
the
it's like a
up
sporty number. Aye. If anything, that would be more distracting. Know what I mean? It's...
Listen, his belly button's like his hard drive. You know what I mean? He's got to keep that aerated and at all times. That's weird.
Aye.
It's like football players that wear short sleeves and a pair of gloves.
Aye. It's just not right, man. But
anything else, mate, jumping out at you?
Aye, it would need to be the scene with Rocky and Adrien on the beach. Because I think, serious, the dialogue in that, mate, it's just fucking superb.
And that is the one time she does act great in this film.
Aye.
Because when they talk, when they converse before that, in all the films, by the way, fucking 4 and all, she talks to him like she'd not been married to him for fucking 15 years, like she's still a shy wee lassie. And, hello. I can't find you, hen. You talking to me like that for? Adrien. Yeah, I grip, man. You've had it in your mouth, hen. You're talking to me like that, like a stranger.
In. That's your nephew, Adrien. That's your nephew.
Oh, look at the curtains. Let's change the curtains. You were there, I know. You were there, then. Just you.
Oh,
sorry.
Mate.
Take it away from you, mate. That scene, but excellent.
Aye. That's it, mate. Aye, it's just because it feels quite real. I know. See, coming from Stallone, it feels quite real coming from him. Like, now that we know all that about, see, the documentary and stuff, that this was different parts of his life and stuff, that just feels so real. Know what I mean? Plus, it was good to see, like, you often get this and you don't really understand it, but see, like, sportsmen and all this, they get that mental block and they don't know where it comes from, sort of thing. And that's just kind of laid out there. Superb, man.
Aye, that's fantastic. I had it done as well as Man of Mine, but the dialogue, like other ones I'm going to tell you here, is just too long to fucking go back and forth. It's just, we say it all the time for the movies that we really enjoy, but go and watch it because the back and forths are excellent. The one couple for me, the Micky and Rocky argument, just after the press conference when he gets a statue unveiled, that's a whole nother story off camera, that statue, by the way. Fucking read up on that. And he says, right, Clubber is clever. He knows the only way he's going to get him to fight him is to goad him into it. And he does it. Brilliant, Clubber, like. But after that, Mickey's like, well, you fight him yourself, I'm out. Because he knows. Mickey's been watching him. He's binoculars and all that. So Rocky can't understand it. And he just, what do you mean? You're not going to be in my corner? What do you mean? And he just shouts at him, you can't win, Rock. Rocky's, what the fuck? Of all the people to say that, why are you saying it? He'll kill you to death inside of 3 rounds. It only takes him 2, but that's not the point. So there's a great back and forth there. Rocky eventually hears the hard truth that these 10 title defences weren't the hungry, angry animals that he was. They were setups, but they weren't bums. They were just Mickey's way of protecting them, which makes me still wonder how Clubber goes under the radar. But Mickey eventually succumbs and says, right, okay, it's just through loyalty more than anything else, but that's Rocky just getting told, look, you've not been hungry since you won that belt. Fucking great line, man.
Aye. You're right, mate. It's superb, man. It's home truths getting told. But see as well with this film, see the relationship between Rocky and Mickey. I think that's more delved into as well. You know what I mean? It's not just like trainer and boxer sort of thing. You know what I mean? It seems like he's more like the father that he never had, sort of thing. So I mean,
I was just imagining George Michael coming in when the two of them are arguing. I will be your father figure, your body next to mine. Oh shit! It's better than singing "Boys" on Father and Son, but
fucking.
You're right, mate. You're right. It's just it elevates. We all knew it anyway, watching the first 2 films, but it elevates for trainer to father figure, because it's in this film that he tells him he's proud of him, and then the last thing he tells him is "I love you, kid," before he dies. I know, doesn't he?
I see, because that's what I was going to say. Because like, see, but then I kind of like give you that impression, like like he's more the father figure to him, know what I mean? See when, because I think that's what's pivotal that makes Club Lang the baddie. Because, right, see when like Rocky's training and it's all flashy and he's getting pictures taken on it. See, watching it, I wanted him to get a fucking doon. I was like, you're a prick. You're not taking this fucking serious at all.
It's pure Glaswegian attitude, that, isn't it? You know what you're needing? You're needing a right good fucking doing, pal. That's what you're needing. So Glasgow, mate.
It was just, I was like going, you need a fucking doing. Look, and again, it was like, see if you look at the Club of Lang story, he's come up for the dregs, fought his way to the top, gets the champion and batters him. So you couldn't turn around and go, all right, well, aye, okay, you're a bit an asshole, but you deserve it. Know what I mean? You've got a reason to be angry. But see the fact that he's kind of made out to be responsible for Micky's death. That's what I think gets like all the audience and everybody back on side with Rocky like that. Give this man a fucking scheme booting and make no doubts about it.
Aye, you can just imagine, see if this was in 1982 and it was 2022, all the cunts would have seen that, we got that on their phone. Clubber Lang murdered him. Fucking, they shoved him out the road. Micky should never have got in the middle of it. But again, Micky obviously had an underlying heart condition that he kept for Rocky, which wasn't sensible either. Do you know what I mean? Another quick one of my favourites scenes is way back at the start, and it's just him and Paulie, I know. And Paulie's had enough, man. He's watched as well Rocky's rise to fame since he won the belt off Creed. He's watched Micky being moved in. He feels left out. He's not seen his sister. Him and his sister used to live with one another before Rocky came on, and he just feels as if he's been treated like shite. And even the guy in the bar, yo, hey, Paulie, you give Rocky my best, won't you? Well, you know, one time, maybe give Paulie your best. I don't know. So he gets out, pissed. He's laughing in the amusement store at, and then he rattles the pinball machine, doesn't he?
By the way, 1982, McCready with a bottle of Jim Beam. There's Paulie with a wee half bottle of Jim Beam.
That's the go-to wiki, and that's what I'm drinking now, the Jim Beam. It looks a lot more fancy, but I like the old bottle better, to be funny enough.
Aye.
But even that, mate, it does that. Rocky picks him up in jail, which is prison for English-speaking people, the jail. And even then, the dialogue between there and to the car, it's simple, but it's honest and it's great. Paulie just gonna include me, gonna love me, it's shite. You get me a watch, get it to flash. Then he starts. He says the best line ever in this movie that he says 3 or 4 times. I don't sweat you. Starts trying to give him haymakers.
Oh, mate.
Taking a job. All you had to do was ask. Oh.
I know.
So you punched pretty good for a fat shit. So I like that.
Mate, that is my favourite line in the film, mate. Because I remember, see me and my younger brother, mate, we used to say this about everything. Because we were obsessed with fucking Rocky. You know what I mean? It used to be 1 all the way to the 5th, straight through. You know what I mean? And it was always just when anybody shouted at you, even my mom, like, I don't sweat you. She's like, what, you wee cheeky, but what? No.
I'll take my horn off your ass. I don't sweat you. Well, yeah.
Take that minute. I don't sweat you.
Sweat. I think Sylvester Stallone, I'm saying the writers, but Stallone himself probably thought when he got to this film, they include him a bit more because he's an integral part of the story. And Burt Young's a time-honoured bloody actor, and on, man.
Aye. Mate, he was even superb in seriously the one episode he's in The Sopranos, mate. Fucking what a guy, man. What a gem of a human being that man is.
I can just imagine him being every family party, being that guy you just don't want to open his mouth Look, now you'll no say I went, will you? No, no say nothing. No say nothing. Right. Stand back, let the carnage ensue.
See, barring Apollo, Paulie is my favourite character in this because he's the he's the comedic relief. Know what I mean? Because like
Right.
even when they go into the tough gym, know what I mean? And Paulie's like, we need to leave here, Rocky. I don't like these people. Rocky's like, well, maybe they don't like you, Paulie. And he goes,
What I do? And they call me Punchy. I can no like you, but see if you don't like me, there's questions going to be asked about that here.
right, look, obviously at the start of this film, he is kind of living like a mad bum, drinking whiskey, just being a mad pisshead. And then when he's staying in that hotel, and the two wee homeless guys, and he's like, he's got no class, fucking astro bums.
Aye, there's civilised people trying to sleep up here.
Oh,
See,
mate,
see
it's
one of
fucking hilarious.
see one of the alley dwelling tramps. He's the bin lorry driver in Terminator. When Arnold, the Terminator, appears and he's in the bin lorry, he goes, "What the hell? What the hell?"
Oh, superb, man. Just, it's a small world. Small world. Aye.
See the Apollo's gym's in LA, isn't it? Rocky's, we already see Philadelphia, and we see Clubber running up the streets of fucking, is it Harlem, New York, or something like that? Chicago.
Chicago, I think he says. Aye, because Shiveside Clubber or something like
We notice that me and you have noticed in a lot of these early 80s films, like early 80s America is fucking hanging in it.
that. Aye.
Graffiti, drinking, homelessness, prostitution, boarded up shops, crime.
Aye.
It's street
Aye,
dark, isn't it?
just do a better job of hiding it these days. But it does. It's for the purposes of it's gritty because again, it plays a big part in this film that Rocky, you forgot your roots. It's all about pain, fucking suffering, and nobody gives a fuck if you're glitzy and glammy, which shoes you're wearing and all that. Know what I mean? You need to take you back to basics.
Aye. Just imagine somebody saying that to him. Look, son, nobody cares about the shoes you're wearing. All right? Remember that. But aye, and by the way,
Who
that
does
serves
your
him
hair?
well.
I'm
That
gonna
serves
go
him
there.
well again in Rocky 4, because that's the route he goes down again. He just doesn't want any of the newfangled technology. He just wants the wilderness, really, doesn't he? But that's a whole other film.
Mate, see,
Um,
I get the training right. The training has to be gritty and all that, right? See when Rocky and Adrien are living in this hotel and there's fucking names carved into the headboard and all that, and I'm like, Paulo, I don't know if your thinking's in the right place there, because there's a chance we could catch fucking scurvy after this bit.
aye. Look, the match is off. What do you mean the match is off? It's Rocky. How about that? Get out of bed there, mate, wash his face, and his face came off. Just face came right off there with the soap. I don't. What? You're right, mate. You can make the waking hours as brutal as you want, but give you and the woman a nice bed, for fuck's sake.
She's getting herself a hurl's bath in the sink, know what I mean? Like,
Start tapping and trailing herself. See when you arrive at that hotel, I know. See Paulie, he's got a onesie, no a onesie, it's a two-piece shorts and top that looks smashing with his wee hat and his glasses. He looks like a pimp, doesn't he? Looks like a mad
aye,
pimp.
mate, super, man. Like I say, mate, Paulie's he's my favourite in it. Because don't get me wrong, you've seen the first two films, he's got his flaws. He's a prick, but he's at this, mate. He's the comedic relief. Know what I mean? Everybody's
right. he is right about the who looks after you. It does. You back the first two films, he got Rocky the job in the meat market, he got Rocky the job with the moneylender, introduced him to his future wife, always that. Do you know what I mean? So he's done done a good few things to do with Paulie. So he's allowed to get a job. Can I get a job? Brilliant.
But aye. But have you had any other like, characters in it you like?
Eh, just the main ones, mate, really. I think all the commentators know that. It's Stallone's done it brilliant. I think you've got to pay tribute to his directing of the movie because it does feel like here we go, it's fight night and fucking the build up and the training and the lights and the commentators. It's great. It's absolutely great. Has there any other characters you can think of that I've no thought of?
Nah, because for me, my two favourites in it are Apollo and Paulie. Know what I mean? I know the film is Rocky, but
Mhm.
in this film, like, he's no the Rocky
Yeah,
the last two films. Know what I mean? Don't mean he
totally
eventually
100% right.
becomes that. Aye, so it's like I think that's why I maybe like this better as well because it's like it's more the ensemble cast. Know what I mean?
Aye.
Instead of just Rocky. Know what I mean?
But you're not alone, mate. When after you said this was your favourite, and I said it's up there, it's breathing down the neck of Rocky Four for me. Purely on nostalgia, right? This is the better movie. 100% it is the better movie. You're right in what you say. Event it is about Rocky, however, every other factor, every other bit of story, every character's integral, man. Even his wife on the beach, Paulie,
Aye.
Apollo, fucking, do you know what I mean? Clubber, Hulk Hogan's probably the least that has a big part to
Aye.
play with, but
Aye.
eventually it's quite good. But
Aye. Because even
the
see the
fight, mate,
emotional
aye,
scenes are fucking superb in this. I know. Let's see Mickey dying again. I think that goes a long way to turning you against the Club of Land guy because it's
no
fucking
half, no
oh
half,
it
mate.
was, it
See,
was a hard wank.
oh, that's a challenging wank. See when Rocky gets knocked out and he's counted out and all that, he's getting back up. See that haunting drone music? A pure. You feel disorientated. You feel what the fuck's going on? How's Mickey? The last thing Rocky's
Aye.
thinking about is being knocked out, in it, and it's just this. Oh, probably meant to be kind of the buzzing ringing in his head, I suppose. But
Aye.
you're right, mate. It's emotional because it gets to say cheerio, and what he didn't say bye bye, but he gets to hear him speak, and he lets him die thinking he's won the fight.
Aye. No, I mean it's just again that we tug at the heartstrings. That don't get me wrong, there is parts in the first one where you kind of see that, but I think this is the one that's fucking quite devastating. And I think that's what Stallone kind of took for this film as well, and took it into the second one. Because see, like we says, it built up Apollo as a better person. You know what I mean? Instead of the first one, him being an arrogant asshole, blah 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 blah. And then you go like, "Oh, I like you, Apollo." Because even I seen the fourth one, I was like, "Oh no, oh no, oh the boys."
Aye, because the whole thing is Apollo seeks him out, seeks Rocky out. You know what I mean? Um, did you read about the? Sorry to get back to Mickey again, but did you read about the Jewish angle in this?
Aye, aye.
That's Stallone again, genius.
Yep, aye. Because it's like obviously you hear the name Mickey and you instantly go Irish guy. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? It's just it's usually an Irish fucking name, but like he says, it was like kinda it was a nod to the Jewish trainers and the boxing scene at the time because apparently round about that time, the same ages as that Burgess. Like the trainers would have been about the same age as him. Know what I mean? So there was like no kudos to what he's achieved, sort of thing. So they were like in a way they were kind of like misrepresented. Know what I mean? But
Aye.
this is like a
Brilliant,
wee
man.
tip of the cap to them.
Because it says this is the first time you hear Micky's surname in the franchise, and I'm like, you're right. Goldmill.
Aye.
If you heard Goldmill, you'd be like, oh, Christ, get a skull cap on, man. But, and then it obviously took everybody aback, Jewish for no, shalom, all that kind of stuff. And then he got asked, and he says, well, it's my way of saying thank you to fucking hell, genius. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just
Silent thank
well,
you.
that says, mate, there's a lot of wee details in this that you don't really take it like because see for a while now you watch this film and you go, all right, it's just another Rocky film, but see this is like the first film that Rocky becomes a boxer.
Aye.
Know what I mean? Because the first two is just a fucking punch bag going forward brawler,
Yeah.
and you start to see the technique and actually become a fucking boxer sort of thing.
No, you're right, he's so right, mate. He's a fighter and he becomes a boxer. And then at the very end, Apollo says to him, look, you fight great, but I'm a great fighter.
Aye.
Fucking magic. Do you know what else? I need to tell the people. I need to tell the people. I listened to this last night, my big earphones on. And that's the first time, right? I swear to God, I heard Mickey's last breath. You hear it going. Don't know how important that is to anybody out there, but it kind of took me aback. I've only watched it 175 times. And I sat back in my bed last night going, oh, that's him away. That's him away. Aye, he's away.
Aye.
Oh, God love him.
So
And
so good,
the
man.
Stallone reaction is so real, isn't it? It's fucking magic.
That's it, mate. It's so everything's done well. Like everything is done well. Like I know Stallone has had his criticisms about his acting and stuff like that, but see, in parts of this, he is good. You know what I mean? Especially that bit on the beach. Like I say, you can just pure believe that. And when Mickey's dying as well, it's just.
I know we've been kind of panning critics and all that the last couple of weeks, which is fucking bang on, because I think they talk through a hole in their arse. There's some people out there getting paid for nothing, right? It's like Scottish referees are stealing a wage. But everybody seems to forget. See, everybody in this franchise that delivers a brilliant scene or is a great actor or actress, Stallone wrote that. He wrote that for them. He wrote the lines, he wrote the fucking dialogue, he wrote the scenes, he wrote everything. That goes under the radar. But people just want to jump on him. People forget annoyed that he's playing a guy that was kind of brought up uneducated, punchy, a bit silly, a bit stupid and all that as well. He still plays that. Don't be wrong, I think he goes right off the edge in Rocky 5. It's as if after the Drago fight, it becomes an idiot. You're not a proper idiot. It becomes everybody's impression of Rocky for 20 years.
Aye.
That's a whole nother film.
But
I can't speak highly enough of Sylvester Stallone.
Aye, because you even get let's see how he's still the dumb guy for the streets. The end bit when he's dancing about with Apollo on the ring, and he goes, "Oh, I think you maybe taught me too good." Like, nobody talks like that. Who taught you to talk like that? I don't want to know more.
Aye, you're right. And then that's what makes the dialogue with Adrien that you said so amazing, because it's as if he stopped acting. He just started arguing with his wife, and who argued back, and they were fucking right in each other's faces, man. It was brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. What's some of your favourite lines in this movie apart from I would switch you? I would switch you.
We've already rhymed off a few of them, but obviously, Paulie, I don't sweat you. Apollo, you fight great, but I'm a great fighter. And I'll give Hulk Hogan one. The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball. And it's see because it's just pure WWF, mate. It's fucking brilliant, man.
Aye, his dialogue delivery is absolute garbage, but I don't care. It's still played a good part in it. For me, this was the birth of B.A. Baracus's famous line, man. I never knew that. But you hear Clubber just saying, I don't hate Balboa, I pity the fool. Mother, did I not know that? Do you know what I mean? Oh, I was such a school of the A-team franchise, man. We talked about this all day. I had all the figures, all the cars, vans, gyrocopter, lunchbox, t-shirts, duvet cover that you sent through your brother as well. Had that. Jammies, Mr. T jammies, man. Amazing.
Oh, mate. Wait, did I? I didn't tell you, didn't I know? Let's see when obviously the A-team film came out with Liam Neeson and all that stuff. Was it? My two older brothers went to see it at the pictures, but my older brother was back staying at the house at the time. So see when they went up to the pictures, says to my mom, get the A-team covers back out and put it on his bed. See when they came back, mate, the A-team covers and all.
Did you still go to them?
Aye, they're still in the house somewhere. They're still in here somewhere.
Oh,
mate.
Oh my, that's exciting me. I'm going to try and get them for the boys. Another couple of great lines. Obviously, Apollo's screaming at Rocky, and he's like, "There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow." You know what I mean? That's quite good. Doesn't sound good when you say it, but it's good in the moment. At the very end, I know in the boxing ring, Apollo and Rocky. You know, Stallion is too bad. We got to get old, huh? And Rocky, he laughs pure cheesy. And Rocky says, you just keep punching Apollo. You want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding. And then just the dance about the ring, man. Oh, you don't want this. No, you don't want that. It's brilliant, man. You look pretty good for an older guy.
I usually say to people as well, see that scene? Who do you think won that fight? Who do you think won it?
I know who won it.
Who did you think won it before you knew?
Oh, I did think it. I probably wanted it before I knew it.
Aye. Definitely, mate.
He needed to put in Rocky Balboa, which is Rocky 6, Rocky talks about he's got stuff in the basement. You know what I mean? He needs to get rid of this stuff in the basement. That's why he goes and fights Mason. So I think Apollo's got fucking stuff in the basement. Just 1 second. That's very hard for a man of my mental capacity to comprehend. You know what I mean? He says it himself. So he had to prove they could put him in his ass. So, aye. So when Stallone came out and said, I was like, aye, cool. I'm down with that.
100%. But
another great bit where Apollo says to Paulie, can he swim? And Paulie just goes, with a name like Rock. Brilliant.
Oh, just tell you what, he's an unsung hero, is that Paulie? Talk about the last fight as well. I know it only goes 3 rounds, but it's like it's the only fight out of the franchises that doesn't cut away and go from round to round sort of thing. It's like you get a full fight.
Aye.
Which obviously the fights in Rocky need to be super duper entertaining, action packed, you know what I mean? Because if it was like real fucking boxing, you go, oh come on. You know what I mean?
Because if 2 guys like that go to the 15th round, they'd be like,
aye.
After arms, you know what I mean? But you're right. And Stallone comes out and says as much. He says, I says to Mr. T, for this final fight, we've just got to go hell for leather at one another because they're not doing the montage thing, the round 3 to round 7, blah blah. He says, just go at it, just go for it. And they did, and it showed. Whereas apparently the Thunder Lips match took 10 fucking days to film.
It's just bonkers, isn't it? So you like you think about it. Mate, see another thing. Look, it's like one thing, right? I don't understand either, right? Seeing the Thunder Lips fight. See when he just starts setting about the security guards, or is it police? And I'm like, not one of these guys has got a fucking taser. So, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like,
Maybe got a cattle prod for the balls there, no?
aye, and it's like, by the way, Thunderlips son, you've got a couple of fucking questions to answer.
Aye. No, they let him take his 40. They'll run away. Aye. You're right, mate. Last fight, it's smashing. It's all built up to this moment. You know, I suppose you knew in 1982 there's no way Rocky's losing this fucking thing.
Aye.
But you can see he's a different character than he's been the whole film as well, isn't he? After he's done that training with Apollo, he's ready, man. He's in the right frame of mind, and he's not frightened anywhere. And we see his strategy. He still goes against Apollo, doesn't he?
Aye. Aye. See again at Apollo. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're a bastard there, boy. A bastard.
What did I tell you? Oh, what did I tell you? Before we left, what did I say to you?
Yeah.
So
Again, it's just
the footwork and all that, and the ducking is cracking. Choreographed brilliant, by the way. Choreographed brilliant. You could be a pure dick, and you could pause it on the bits where clearly there's no a punch landed right. That's 1982. We have monkeys. The choreographing's amazing in it. The ducking's amazing. The footwork's amazing. And as we said there, the strategy is to just get angry in it.
see, this is the whole thing as well. It's like I went looking for this to see if it was, but see this final fight. I think it was based on Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. Is it the Rumble in the Jungle one with the rope
Jungle.
sort of
You're
thing?
right. It was.
Was it? Because I was looking for stuff last night and I just couldn't find like anything. Know what I mean? Because it's just because
you're right.
Because when I was younger, right, I always had Clubber Lang as my head, and he was based on Mike Tyson. Know what I mean? But obviously, it comes for a time before, so it would more likely would have been George Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, I wonder if that's based on that fight.
No, it's definitely in the IBMD. I never wrote it down, but it's definitely on there. It's loosely based on that fight about getting another fighter to waste his punches. Then you can just fucking attack. You know what I mean? Don't be wrong. You've got to have a right solid face to do that, I suppose, and put a lot of faith in your ducking, which Rocky does tremendously in this, by the way. A couple of times he's in the.
I wanna punch your body.
Oh, the songs you thought you'd never hear again. Oh, it's amazing that. Aye, tires him out. Takes a damage and then goads him an odd, doesn't he? Because see, Rocky sees his smack talk. It's shite. In all the films, his smack talk garbage, by the way. The other fighter usually gives him the verbal. Like in this one, Clubber Lang says to him, "You're going down again." And his comeback is, "Go for it." I will go for it, mate. Aye, is that it? That's shite for you.
It's like, I know you are, but what am I? What?
Aye, I'm going to knock you into the middle of next week. Aye, your ma.
Oh mate.
Aye. My ma? What about my ma? Did you have a wee light malfunction there, did you?
Aye, laughing there. But aye, oh, it's funny, man. Because I did laugh at that last night. Like, this guy is fucking like absolutely pelted your wife and everything. Know what I mean? In front of a crowd, and you just go for it.
Aye, that's pish. However, when he starts tiring Clubber out, He's taking the punishment. He's like, come on, hit me in the face. Ain't so bad. You're nothing. You're nothing. That's when it gets a wee bit better. But obviously, he's full of bravado at the time.
Aye, he's full of piss and vinegar. But
Oh, he's the best window washer about. Full of piss and vinegar. Oh. Couple of other lines, mate, I want to get in there with it. It's totally going back again, but one of my favourite lines is when Thunderlips is coming to the ring, and obviously they're astounded by the size of the guy. And Rocky says to Micky, yo, Mick, what do you think a guy like that eats? Micky says, about 202 pounds. Then the announcer says, weighing in at 202 pounds. And Rocky's look, yeah, you shite you. How you jobby?
aye, it's brilliant, man. There's a lot of lines in it that just they go under the rate. Like even see when they're going to unveil this statue and they leave Paulie with obviously Rocky's boy, and he's like, right, got a couple of horses we need to pick here.
Aye, that's again. Was that Stallone? Was that his boy who plays his boy in Rocky 5 and Rocky 4? Who obviously passed away, which was quite sudden, 2012, cardiac arrest. That was mental. Aye, just we'll leave you here with your degenerate uncle. The very fact Rocky has to say to him, hey, no beer. Don't give me any beer. Don't take him to the track. As if he would do that gun. You know what I mean? I can't know when he says to Rocky, he says, nobody does this much for charity. And Rocky says, Bob Hope would. Yeah, he would. You're right.
That's
Bob
true.
Hope's this fucking... There's a... Do you know what? I know... Sorry, I'm going off from one into the other. Another great line. It's not even a line. It's a degrading chant, man. In the last fight, Apollo's like in the corner, and Clubber Langs goes, hey boy. You know what I mean? Which can be considered a kind of racial slur, because it instantly reminded me of fucking Blazing Saddles. Hey boy, oh boy, you know what I mean?
Aye, exactly.
But they two didn't get on apparently, didn't you know?
No, well, I didn't know that either. Obviously, there was a bit of tension between them on set, and you're just like, oh well. Because I don't think, see, Mr. T himself, I don't think he is a guy to be kind of trifled with, shall we say? Because apparently it was the bouncer to Leon Spinks, Sugar Ray Leonard, and was it Muhammad Ali or something? And I'm like, this is a guy that protects fighters.
Right. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Because obviously at the time, I read a wee bit more up in it. Why do you need bodyguards? And so I don't have to throw punches was always the answer. So I don't damage my hands. You know what I mean? Imagine what do you do for a living? I'm a bodyguard. Oh, rich kind of banker or finance guru or something like that. Footballer maybe? No, heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck's sake.
That your CV putting nothing else on it. I'm here for the job. You'll be giving me the job. In what circumstances? Because that was my last job. Read that, fucker. When do you want to start? Brilliant.
I know. You protected the best fighter in the world. Right, okay. I thought we were saying and all that. Sorry, we need 20 years experience.
I've got 3 heavyweights in my back pocket experience. But because Mr. T, he was a bodyguard. He was also a boxer as well in real life. I remember watching him years. I think it was WrestleMania 5 and all that he fights with Rowdy Roddy Piper, a boxing match at WrestleMania. That was shocking, absolutely shocking. But it will always be Mr. B.A. Baracus to me, you know what I mean? But again, I still can't let that go about him getting nominated as the worst actor. That's fucking shocking.
Aye. Like I says, mate, it was a thing that fucking like annoyed me because I'm like that. Because you know how I like my bad guys. Know what I mean? I like my bad guys in film, and it's like I don't know what more you can ask for Mr. T.
Yeah.
I mean, is he supposed to break into Shakespeare in the middle of a fight? Know what I mean? Like, what you want?
I should very much like to thrash you. At the statue unveiling, his rant is great. It goes on for a bit. There's got to be a lot of memory involved and acting involved in that. Maybe it was just told to rant. I don't know, but it does it perfectly for me.
Aye.
Then
Because
says to Adrien, hey woman, why don't you get yourself out to my apartment building tonight and I'll show you what a real man's all about. Anywhere, anytime. Yo, Adrien.
I know. See the statue and all. Like, I don't. It's.
These Cristiano Ronaldo's look like the statue of David, doesn't it?
Hey, you know what I mean? I'm like, but the fact that look, the people of Philadelphia actually petitioned to keep that statue there.
Aye. And the Museum of Philadelphia says, we don't fucking want it.
That's
We can't go any more into it than that. There's a back and forth that lasts a lot of years about this statue, plus the fact that it was pulled back out for another 2 movies and taken. Go up and reading it about this statue because it's quite a good read actually.
Aye, it's its own character.
Definitely.
Oh,
We mentioned off camera, mate, a couple of days ago about the product placement in this. Heavy with a Nike. Heavy with a Nike.
oh, I just do it. It was everywhere, man. It's just trainees, socks. Like instantly, you've got is it Mr. T running about with a Nike vest on and all that. No, I mean it's just it's there.
Big Nike socks, Nike boxing shoes and all that. It was everywhere. Because the first 2 films was Everlast and Adidas, and then Rocky 4 is Boss. Who were at the height of their powers at that time. Not so much so these days. And Rocky 5, I think, was sponsored by fucking Ash. Being stoned and edibles. I'm okay. It was like the spitting image puppet himself in that movie, man.
But because there's like, let's see, I know there's like a big product placement, and it must have been in the contract somewhere. Like,
aye,
we want to be front and centre, but that's where there's like a kind of a mistake because they use old crowd shots for the previous films, and you see a big Adidas plastered across. Nike must have been like that. You dirty bastards!
How dare you? Aye, you're right. Anything else you want to bring up, mate, that we've not been all covered?
Oh, in fact, I will. See, I know it might be already decided for a lot of folk, but this film, right, and just take in the whole Rocky franchise. Who do you think was the best villain in the whole franchise?
Who do I think? Taking the quality of the film at it, I think it's Tommy Gunn in Rocky 5. He's the biggest fucking traitor, disappointment out of everybody. Apollo is his route to the belt, right? So that's just a matchup. Clubber Lang is, as you say, mate, every right to want a shot at the belt, but he's a bastard to do it. He has to be to get Rocky out of retirement to fight him. So you can see him there. Drago is a close second because even though he's not evil or malice about him, he's just a drone, a fucking manufactured machine by a country. Do you know what I mean? And he is kind of brought out of America to make America look weak. So there, but Tommy, on a human level, is a bastard. and I hope they get ran down by a fucking train after Rocky 5. I know he's dead in real life, obviously. No saying that about the real guy. He was a real boxer and all that, and he done no bad, but as a character, he's my worst. Who's yours?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually quite surprised with that because I thought you'd have went Ivan Drago. Just because that's who I'd have went with. Just the sheer.
Because he killed your boy.
That's exactly it. Bested. It's just, but aye. No, I was just thinking because obviously there is villains to an extent in these films, know what I mean? And I was just want to gauge an opinion, see who you rated the top bastard. But you're right, Tommy, for different reasons. Mere human reasons.
Nation, by the way, because I wasn't prepared for it, but I had to think about it. Because even though the film's shite, Tommy takes Stallone's focus away from his own boy and all that. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And that's the arc of the story. Like, look, Dad, hello, I'm here. I want to please you. But Rocky puts all his time, energy, love, and training and knowledge into this prick that gets taken away by fucking Don King's evil twin. You know what I mean? And when he gets knocked out in the street, it just I hope the ambulance crashes in the way to hospital. You prick. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Good question. Really good question. So listen,
mate,
I've slagged Talia Shire over a couple of films now, right? Am I being harsh? She did show up well with a beach scene and all that. Is it the character she's playing in this? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. It's just there is parts she stones out, and there is parts where she's just there. Know what I mean? Aye. Because don't get me wrong, let's see the first two films, I reckon she is like she's pivotal in a way to Rocky's story. But this, I feel she's I actually think, see that scene on the beach? See if it wasn't for that scene, there would have been no reason to have Adrien in the film at all.
Aye.
Know what I mean?
You're right.
So it's probably one of the best of films for her, but with that scene on the beach, mate, it's one of the best ones for me anyway, and it's just purely due to the dialogue.
I think I'm asking you for absolution because I think I'm being harsh because I think I just can't get away from her in The Godfather. I think she's fucking. She had to pick out that full cast, no knowing who was sleeping with the director or who's related to the director, and got a gig for nothing. You bought that cow. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose you're right. She's good in this. You're right. If it's not for that beach scene, there's no point in her being here. Because apart from that, it kind of odds to the fact that she's getting as caught up in the lifestyle as Rocky is as well. Because she started turning up at fights and all that, and wearing the goons and the makeup and the fucking big earrings, and yay!
Aye.
So that's quite good.
Aye. It's just What I say is I don't think I've seen many other films that she's been in, apart from the Godfather series and the Rocky franchise. So probably not in the best position to say, but then again, seeing parts of this as well, even though some of Stallone's acting is decent, there's parts in it I know I go, oh, that's fucking, oh, come on.
There is. But the film's that good and the writing's that good. You wince when it happens, but you don't well on it, fuck's sake. And some might. So, Rocky 3, ladies and gentlemen, 1982. Can't say enough about it, man. If you've not seen it, I would say watch 1 and 2 first because this is such a transition. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. What'd you get out of 10, mate?
I'll give it a 7. Solid 7.
Why?
Aye.
It's your favourite out the franchise and it's got a 7?
Aye.
I must say that's taken me quite aback.
It was going to get an 8, but I'll get a 7. We'll get a 7. I'm going to be a bit more harsh these days because I'm dishing out an awful lot of fucking high numbers.
Aye. No, well, I thought I was dialing it back this week, beginning at an 8, no a 9, but I'll go with an 8. But I know that's fine. Everybody's 1 to 10 is different. People think somebody scoring a 1 to 10 is their 1 to 10 anyway, but phenomenal film. Brilliant in the franchise. Stands up to this day. Takes you on a ride, man. Takes you on a journey. You feel good after it.
In fact, I will change it to an 8. I'll change it to an 8 because see the rest of them, bar the 5th, they are 7s.
Right. Cool, mate.
So
Just watch it. It'll make you want to think about going to the gym.
Well, funny you should say this, mate. See, because we used to watch this shit, and I used to be. I don't know if it still is because I've not seen it recently, but they always used to bring out Fight Night, see a boxing game,
Aye.
and you could make up characters, right, and add them into the game. So we used to make like Rocky, we used to make Iron Drago, Clubber Lang, and all that, and put them in there like, oh.
And did you ever play the Rocky game on the Nintendo?
I did not, mate. No.
I've got it on that Fire Stick. It's got them on it. It's got Drago, Lang, Apollo, and it just gets harder and harder. It's a bit repetitive, which every game was back then, but it's all right. You know what I mean? So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that Rocky 3 a wee day later than was first advertised because of the 2 houses getting fumigated for germs and that. What's your plans the rest of the day, mate? You're just going to get yourself a wee bath and a wee cuddle up on the couch or something?
I'm back into my Udi, and I'm stuck between watching. I might put on Impractical Jokers just to cheer myself up, or I might just watch all the Rockies. I mean,
more on, mate. I might do that as well. Although I have to factor in what you're going to choose to watch for next week's review, if you've thought about it.
Yes, I have. Look, I looked at what we've done so far in the series, and don't get me wrong, we've got a couple of action. There's a one action film, a couple of comedies and all that there. So I think we'll go back and we'll dip into the world of John Woo. I will do.
Oh, yeah, that's man. Excellent. Good. That's going to give me an excuse to tag John Woo again so he can like it because he likes fucking everything.
So if you're not watching on YouTube, Face Off. I just realised I've done that. Just people are going, what's he watching there?
Oh, brilliant. I'm excited about that, mate. I've not watched that in about... I watched it last year, I think. I watched it last year, but always a good excuse to get back and watch it.
Exactly.
Just 2 actors at the peak of their powers for me, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Aye, like you, mate. I've not watched it in a while, and I'm taking a hankering to watching it. So I just went, we'll do it. Gives me an excuse to just tan it for a week straight.
So there we go, folks. Look forward to that. We'll get you on the socials and let you know when we hope to be recording that. And we'll do our usual designing of the artwork and such like. I'll leave that to you this week, Chris, because I done last week. So you can do the artwork. This you like a wee artwork now and again, didn't you?
Oh, aye, I'm an artist there. I'm an artist.
But once again, folks, shout outs to all our shout out to all our muckers with the mics, man. Muckers with the mics, mate. Know what I mean?
Aye.
Unless you're James and you can't afford 20 quid to buy yourself a microphone. Fucking get a grip. You're a teacher, you're minted. I don't even know what you're striking for. What are you striking for? It's not even a job, mate. It's not even a job. You're just babysitting somebody else's wains. No getting a monkeys. What
Mate,
did they in the class?
We're out there every day, fucking driving to stops, making decisions.
Me and Chris are doing figures of 8 and we're sleepwalking backwards. Can't help.
Oh. Bye. Oh,
Hi on Dodasa and that. Oh, only kidding you on. Love you to bits, mate. God love you, James. I know you've been asking us for more collabs and stuff, and I want to do them all, but I just finding the time, mate. We'll get there eventually somehow, and we'll definitely having a wee drink again. I think that was good the last time. So you can find us at YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, the whole shebang. As Chris said, you can find us in the gleam half a set of teeth, man. You can just honestly just find. I'm just looking at things in this room to see where you can find us. There's a bit of wallpaper coming off up there. I think we're behind that, man. And laundry basket under the duck pickers.
Talk about this. See, last night, and I couldn't get to sleep last night, right? See, because I kept coughing and all that. So I went, fuck it, I'll get up and I'll go and do something. I went to the toilet, right? And I got accosted by a big, dirty bastard spider, by the way. And I was like, oh, you bastard. Well, I'm sitting on the pan, just fucking about on the phone, and it just dangled down like fucking. I was like, fuck you, Peter.
Do you know, let them land on you and see if they bite you?
No, fuck that.
I do, man.
It's a full-time job trying to stop the crime out here. Fucking
I'm still clinging on to the hope that a spider will bite me and I can go to bed and get through the Tobey Maguire effect. Wake up, don't need my specs on, and I'm ripped to fuck. Don't care about spinning webs and climbing up walls. I just want to lose this fucking belly and be able to see.
But it then leads me something to weird that happened in the universe. The universe, man. See when it happened, right? And I dealt with big fucking Boris. I'm telling you now, right? Some people might have said it was me, but this fucking thing had an anchor tattoo on its leg, right? It fucking you didn't see I was on my phone after I dealt with the beast, fucking arse and necked it out the door. There's a mad film coming out called Sting or something. And it's about a big fucking spider doing people in. I think it's like a mutant fucking thing. It's growing and all that and fucking eating people. So I'm like that.
Oh, no.
That's not right. That bastard's gonna come back.
Well, I'm not into that. No. Have you seen your cat lately?
Hello?
Have you seen your cat lately? You know what I mean? In case that spider's starting small.
Oh mate. Oh, I'll fucking send you a video of that balmy bastard and all. But
Thank Christ it's no smell-o-vision. Aye. Right, folks, thanks very much for tuning in. Smash the like button, leave us a comment, good or bad, we don't care. Just ignore you anyway. But from me, it's cheery bye.
Yes, and kisses and cuddles and cheery bye. See you next time.
Ta-ta.